Hey guys, JPlay here, and I have a bit of a confession to make. I kind of suck at Super Meat Boy. So after struggling on the end 5 for ages and finally getting through it, I thought I needed a break. I needed a bit of an easier challenge to get me back in the spirit of it. So I decided to give a go at the Wood Boy challenge, which is getting through the first 20 levels of Super Meat Boy without dying. I'm fairly familiar with these levels, a lot more so than any of the others, partly because I've played it again with friends when I've tried to convince them that drinking Super Meat Boy is a good idea, but also largely because when I was initially playing it, well, for one thing, it was when I was still using a keyboard on a kind of crummy old laptop, but for another, I didn't realise there was a run button. So I spent a lot longer proportionally on some of these levels than I really should have, especially the third level. Just because I had to find other ways around and everything was a bit more complicated. But anyway, I had a couple of practice runs and then started recording, and that's basically what you see here, apart from one stupid failure cut out quite soon. So yeah, as someone who's not particularly good at this game, it was kind of gratifying to get. I'm not guaranteeing there will be any more videos like this. I'd like to try, but got to be realistic about these things. But yeah, so I'm starting to pick it up a bit. You'll notice I'm obviously trying the slow but steady strats. I'm not going for all the speedrunner malarkey because I think my chances of dying are much too high in those cases. So there's a bit of slow but steady here. Almost veered straight into that saw there. But this is, to completely spoil any sort of suspense, this is a successful run, messy though it may look at times. So this is when the levels start to pick up a bit in terms of me almost ballsing up at least. So you saw me almost headbutting that saw, that flying saw blade there, and I started to get a bit more tense the further it went on. So here you can see I'm being a bit deliberate with my descent, because I'm fairly sure that if I tried to rush it too much I would die. I'm not sure whether it's possible, but again, a bit of a hesitant start, but we'll get there. And yeah, I haven't been playing much of this game recently, but I recently watched a speedrun which was 18 minutes and change. This is another one which was a bloody nightmare to do without the run button, and really simple with the run button. But yeah, it was 18 minutes and change. When we'll put a link to it in the video description or something. And it kind of got me geared up to play it. A combination of that and watching Northernlion, RockLeeSmile and JSmithOTI race through it as well. I was thinking, well, if these guys can do it, no, I'm significantly worse at this game. But either way, we're coming up to the final level, and that was a really, really indecisive part, which kind of fucked me for the rest of the run. I thought I'd done that sort of spelunky thing where you make one little balls up and the rest of the run, like it's impossible to recover. So I thought I was going to throw it on the last level here. I kind of still was mid-throw, let's say, for most of this, wobbling around all over the fucking place. But I got there, and I thought to celebrate I would have a crack at the boss as well, which was one of the levels which I've spent the most time on in the game, or at least when I was first playing it, just because it took me ages to figure out the timing when I was working at a slower speed, and I found it so much harder to keep ahead of him. But yeah, it turns out that it's actually very simple when you're just running instead of walking. But anyway, that was my success. I'm a little disappointed that I somehow turned off the thing which shows Steam notifications, so you didn't see the little pop-up at the end of level 20. But I thought I'd leave this ending video in here just so that you can watch it should you want to. Should you not want to, I guess go somewhere else, watch something else. Feel free to do whatever you want. But in the meantime, I've been JPlay, this has been Super Meat Boy, and one of my greatest successes in this game so far.
Flee!